Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Scotty Jarrett, and today I will talk to you about our case study, Virtual Schools, the Georgia Virtual School System. Georgia's Virtual School System offers 200 over 250 teachers, 100,000 student segments taught since 2005, over 100 courses offered this year, over 30,000 students served last year, and over 150 Georgia districts in the state of Georgia. So let's get started. Mission and vision for the Georgia Virtual School System. Today we're going to talk about the Georgia Virtual School System, a quick overview of the system, and then a quick summary. I thought this was a great tool that they offered at the Georgia Virtual School System. It shows how students get started, register for class, begin class, and then continue. They have a couple of resources here, how to make your course more than a course. Then they go through the final examination, then complete the class, and then re-register again. Awesome tool for the Georgia Virtual School System. A quick overview of the school system. I thought I would break it up into three segments: students, parents, and educators. As we mentioned, the students, they served over 30,000 students last year. I thought this was a great part of their web page here, the Student Spotlight, that gives you an idea of what type of students are attending Georgia Virtual School Systems. And it gives you a good background on the students, and it has a good array of different students and their achievements in school and out of school. Here's an interesting point on our Georgia Virtual students. The school has, if you go down here, the school has to agree to accept or transcribe the student grades at the end of the semester. Georgia Virtual School does not grant the credits. It kind of works. It's a they work in conjunction with your school and your facilitator. So you have your school, you have the virtual school program, then you have the student, and then the facilitator is the one that ensures all that takes place. And we'll go over that later. They also have special education. Georgia Virtual Schools provide accommodations in the online environment for students with IEPs or 504 plans. Some of the advantages and disadvantages: AP students, college preparatory, career, and technical courses. This is what the program pretty much is in tune for. It's a very flexible program. Also for your credit recovery students, it helped them for some of the classes that they maybe previously failed or didn't have a chance to take. Some of the disadvantages: you must be disciplined, and this program is an additional course load to your normal student course load. The homeschool students, so we'll go into that in much more detail in the parents section, but I think that's a disadvantage to the students and to the parents. Going to the parents, your parents, you receive an account that you get to monitor and watch your students' progress. If you don't kind of like log in every now and then as a parent, the school will call you and give you an automatic update. I thought that was great, the information. The same with students. Advantage and disadvantage for parents, I think, is you have advanced placement students and your uh, students that are kind of getting ready for college. It's an advantage for them. The advantage for the parent is you receive the facilitator that kind of works with your student. You can check with that facilitator, and that facilitator is kind of really the one that's walking your child through the progress or through the program. Here's the information on the homeschool students, and here you can see as far as some of the questions for the homeschool students. It This is probably more questions out of any one of the pages that I found, and I found that going through those questions, it is very intense, and there's a lot of information for a homeschool student or a parent that is trying to enroll their students in homeschool. And then the steps for homeschool students, there's a lot of steps. And the link to the homeschool students, the link was broken, and I had to go to the Georgia Department of Education and to find their link, which it wasn't there either. So the homeschool student problem, I think, issue was kind of at a disadvantage for me. For the educators, the Georgia virtual school system, it, they have highly qualified and Georgia certified teachers, blended and online teacher of the year. They also have a segment for spotlighted teachers, and they have a great segment called a badges segment where they give the teachers the opportunity to earn badges and also to present badges to their students for recognition and skills earned through their progress and achievement. Uh, I thought that was a great system. Here is the roles and responsibilities for your Georgia Virtual School staff and then the school facilitator. This is this is not all, but this is kind of what they had on the site. So I only could take what they gave me. So this is kind of the staff roles, and then you see over here in the facilitator roles, it's much more robust, and your facilitators are the ones who's pretty much doing a lot of your work here. Um, and at the end, you'll see they retrieve final grades from the facilitator portal and ensure that the grades is transcribed to the students' records. So your facilitator is pretty much doing a lot of your legwork for your students, and that's a lot of where your work is done from. I had an opportunity to do my interview with the Miss Sharon Seinert. She was the Associate Director of Strategic Planning at Georgia Virtual School. I just asked her a few questions about enrollment and as far as educator and administrative roles. So she gave me a quick list and a breakdown of those questions. Then I asked her about last year enrollment and kind of the cost of the school. And she gave me those, quickly gave me those answers, and I just added that to my interview profile. In summary, I think the Georgia Virtual School program is a good program for students who need to supplement the hard to find courses and the credit recovery students in the state of Georgia to link those students for a better career, to kind of college career ready. This is a good program for those type of students. There were some issues that I thought that was troubling was the students, the homeschool students. There was no bios for the teachers for Georgia virtual school program. And I think if you're a parent looking for this type of program for your students, I would highly recommend that you ensure that you do a lot of research and that you ensure that the program is the right fit for your child. Thank you. This concludes my presentation. Have a nice day.